Hey,
Hello, everyone.
yeah, we should be live in that group.
Should we check? Should I check?
I'm checking. That's all right.
Okay.
I can do that because I've got that here for. I normally check it up. So yes, I'm Brian Knight from Melbourne, Australia, and I have with me.
I am Anne Armitage from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Around the other side of the world.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And
It is.
what we're here is we're here for the Baby Boomers Power Hour,
We are.
and this is where yep, we're live. We're live in the group there, and
Perfect.
absolutely not a problem. So what we're here for is to have a look at some trade possibilities, some live trading um, at a time that suits Australia and Canada or US. Um, so we're broadcasting this into the Ninja group. So we might have some other Ninja friends join us.
Some other members. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some other members of the group. So what's the main purpose of this, Anne? What are we doing with this, and what are we doing this on a weekly basis at the moment?
Well, the purpose of this is that we have come to discover a couple of things about trading. One being that it can be a very lonely endeavor. It tends to be a little bit of a solitary thing, or it can become that way. So we realized that there was a need and a want on the part of our members to be able to trade with each other. In that way, we can offer advice and suggestions, little tips that we've learned along the way to help educate each other. And so it's become a very supportive way of doing this, and it's been working very, very well.
Yeah, a little bit of live trading, and so we sort of get into some of the mechanics of it, of what we use, some of the analysis. So, I mean, if you want to know about this trading, you just need to get back to someone who's introduced you to this, either the video you might see later or throughout the process. Good
Absolutely.
evening, Jeanette.
Hello, Jeanette.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Lovely.
Good.
How are you?
Doing well.
Yeah,
Good.
we were just having a look on before you came on. We had a little look before we went live into the group. We were looking at a couple of the tools that we use to look for trades. So
Our little helpers.
yeah, some of the helpers. That's right. Let's have a look at what we have. So I'm just going to go to Web Analyzer that we had. Oh, this just came in. Oh, beauty. Here we go.
Yeah, I thought I heard it cha-ching.
Yeah, we were looking at the GBP AUD, and it already has done that little drop, and now it's sort of coming back up again. So that was about 10 pips in there. If I just measure it, so yeah, down to there. Oh, it's 13. So you could have got 10 pips out of that if you for about an hour and a half. But the thing is, that candle, this is on a 15 minutes, so this only happened around about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. So you would have waited for a little while and then been able to take out the 10 pips. Now, we're not counting that as a trade because it's before we came on.
That's right. It's already passed. It's done.
Look at what's happening. So this is 4 minutes ago. Don't worry about where my time is in that. It's just that it's 4 minutes ago. And we're looking at a sell on UCAD as well, from a point of view. So we'll just talk about this. This is our ECC 11 trade. I've got it set up with Dr. Kathy Kirkland's ECC 11 template as such. Just going to move. Oh, actually, I'll move this across because I've got us. Yeah, so the RSI is not real low, but you could see what happened here when it was up near the top there. It had a little bit of a sell. You got a little hammer there, and then bang, engulfing, bang, engulfing. You can see that dropped very quickly there. If I was to measure that up, what have we got? That's a good 33 pips in there. Would have been good. And then of course, then we've got this this bounced back into the system, and then again it tried to do a bit more buy, pushed right up to where
And
it
the
was.
seller said, no, you can't.
No, it pushed it back down to there, and then came across, tried to do a buy. A little bit of indecision. There's a lot of wicks in there.
Yeah.
A lot of big wicks. And then it did this little drop there. So we'll be looking at the possibility here. Let me just add something. This is what I normally do. Jeanette, you'll probably see that I do this quite a bit. I add in an indicator called Vortex down the bottom.
Brian's favorite.
Well, favorite or what? You can see where it's separated there. That's where you have that cell. So it's sort of come back a bit, came back together a little bit. That's why you had those couple of little buy candles. Then it sort of came away from each other and had the cell. And we're sort of in the middle. How much are we? Oh, this is on the 1 hour. Oh,
it is a 1 hour. Yeah.
So this is an hour candle. So we've still got 53 minutes of this candle before we're going to see what happens.
But we can still look at a 15-minute and see what that says.
I was going to say, does anyone want to look into the future?
We shall.
So let me just jump down to a 30-minute, and you can see it's still got that little bit, but it's got a wick on the top there. So I tried to push up, but now it's come back down again. Let's look at the 15-minute. Again, the same. It's sort of down. If you can see, these are starting to come closer together, and you can see that's lifting off the bottom of the RSI, which means
it's not ready yet.
No, it's not ready.
And it may be a while before it is.
Yeah, it could be a couple of candles. So what's one of our mottos here in the Baby Boomers Power Hour, Anne?
One of our mottos: we wait patiently for everything to be just right before we take a trade.
Correct. We want great trades, not any trade.
That's right.
We want the best trade so we can get at least our 10 pips out of it. So this is not going to. So, it indicated on a 1 hour here, USD CAD, that it was going to be a sell.
And it may very well be, but not yet.
Correct. Well, if you look at the reds below the blue on this, so that sort of, it's still in that downward trend. We could put a little trend line on if we wanted to see. We'll just leave it at this point. It is below the cloud. The cloud has twisted here and changed. You can see it's gone. The green line was above that red one in the cloud, and then it's twisted around the other way. And if you can also see, I don't know if you know, that green line there is actually price line. So you can see it's starting to come back up. If I was to do this and change that to line, you'll see that blue line and that green line basically mimic each other. So the green line is to the left of the blue line. So that green line is what's called, I think it's called the money line. And so
money line, the actual name of it is called the lagging span.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
I don't remember what the Japanese name is.
That's okay. But then, changing some of these things, we'll change back to candles, you'll see. So, yep, that's not ready at the moment.
No.
And I think this GBP AUD is well past its prime on there. And I wouldn't go back to Euro AUD on a 15. That was like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So,
so do you want to have a look at the GN that was called on London Payout?
Is there a GN? There's not a GN in here.
No, but you can change it. You can put in whatever pair you want.
Yeah, I know. Let me just have a look. And we'll go for that one. Okay, was that for a sell?
It's for a buy on the 30.
Okay, on a 30-minute. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I can see that that's not quite down yet. I mean, it's trying to pull back up. The candle is in the cloud a bit, and I think, Jeanette, you were saying last week it was about the lines being in the cloud, not necessarily the candles as such.
Right. What she says on her that I got from her site was if it crosses in the cloud, don't take it.
Correct. If the lines cross in the cloud.
Yeah. If the blue and red lines cross. If the TK cross occurs inside, then we don't take it.
Yeah.
Right. If the lines are above or below, it's fine. But if the lines cross in the cloud, don't take it.
Yeah.
Right.
Very good. And I agree. That's good. Not that my agreement is is correct. I'm just saying it's what I've observed in the past is valuable. So Anne and I were also saying, and with this, with my motto is we only want great trades, not just any trade. There could be the possibility we're here for an hour and there's not a trade that we actually can take, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world,
Well, especially because, again, we want great trades, not just any trade.
And also, too, if you've got, say, 20 pips or 30 pips a day before, then, it's no use trying to push to get a trade, because that's personal experience. That's frustrating because you're not going to have any good outcome normally out of that.
No, you can't force it. You just can't force it.
So this is where, see, that the GBP is going down. So it was for a buy. I don't think it's at the situation ready yet also.
No, I agree.
This, and when I look at this candle, if I, well, it hasn't got a thing. Okay, we'll just zoom in a little bit if we can. Let me just look at that little patch there. Oh, it's not going to give it to me. Oh. There we go. And if you look at it, there's, a bit of wick at the top of that candle as well. It's tried to push up and then it's flattened out like a pancake. And you've got that here, you've got that there, you've got it there with a hammer, another one there. This is a fair bit of indecision going on here at the moment.
Yeah, and look at the RSI too, Brian. I mean, it's kind of been riding along through the middle.
Yeah. Well, it's been slowly going down. And the trend is, if we go back, the trend is consolidating in a downward direction. But the point is, we want to look at angles. Now, if you look at that angle, that's quite a steep angle. This is less, so that angle is quite steep down. And in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in 6 candles, you have moved, what have we moved? 150 pips or more, right? If we then say, okay, this is also an angle, and if you go from there to there, that's 111. So it's less, even though it's slightly more distance, there's less pips in it. Then if we go and measure this, which has not got much angle at all, there's 31 pips over a whole long period of time.
Yeah.
So from a trading perspective, for gaining pips, what sort of angle is the best?
Well, and if you want my opinion, I'd say the sharp angle is better.
Yeah. Correct. The sharp angle has
less patience required.
Correct, but also too, there is normally in a harder angle or a steeper a steeper angle. There's also too a lot more momentum. A lot more momentum. So there is a harder push in those steeper angles. I mean, you could scalp out a couple of pips here and a couple of pips there on this, but is that a great trade? I mean, this is a great trade. Yep. This is an okay trade. And if we look at this as from a pattern perspective, so I don't know if people have said this to any of you before, and anybody watching it. Forex is about patterns. They patterns repeat. It happens, and then it normally happens again. Then it'll happen again. Even if you keep within one currency pair itself, you'll see patterns. There's also two patterns that occur over a number of currency pairs. So if you see this dramatic, quite well, I would say quite a dramatic drop. It's not an exceptionally dramatic drop.
But it's a good one.
Yeah, but for it to drop that, it will and must have a bit of a rise. And if it's been a dramatic down, it will be roughly quite a slow grind back up. If it's a dramatic up, there'll be a slow grind back down, normally to level it out. So you can, if we, hang on, let me just comments, you know, if I now just go a little bit like that and see if we can pull that down a little bit, RSI, give us a bit more view here. So if we were going to put in some, you know, horizontal lines, we're going to say, well, that's sort of about the bottom part there. We'll get another one. That's sort of there. And that is sort of, oh no, it's more about there. See how it sort of touched there, through there, touched off there, right?
Yep.
So if we're going to talk this, or we're going to have a level of trust to the signal, we're going to, well, sorry, I'll just do another one here. I'll do another one that's up at this sort of top level there. So this is on a 30-minute. So we've got the possibility of this. See how that's pulling back now? Look at that. It doesn't know whether it's going to be sell, buy, sell, buy. It's like it's vacillating. This could come down and touch this line.
Yep.
It could go up and touch this line, or it could go further up to this one to retest it. So let's have a look. What, and for me, that's in the morning. This is UTC. Sorry, what was your time?
When was it called?
No. I'm just going to put it on. Oh, sorry. I've got to move you guys out of the way. What's your local time?
Toronto. UTC -4.
Here we go, Toronto. And so that's maybe not the same for you, Jeanette, or it is roughly?
Jeanette's in Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if I now look your time, because it's totally different from me, that's like 2:30. Yeah, when that occurred, right?
Yep.
So if we go back, doink, yeah. So that was like at nearly midnight, just there, right? And so, from a day perspective, if we were to, I don't think I can do it on this. I can't. Let me have a look and see if it's, no, it won't let me do it.
What are you trying to do, Brian?
I'm just trying to put in the day, like when the day starts for you guys, and
those lines, yeah.
Yeah. They're called, I can't remember what they're called actually. Anyway, but if you look at it, that's really the high so far in this day for you, and that there is really the low. So what we've got is we've got this band that it's been playing around in, and it dropped down dramatically. I would say rather dramatically, but not extreme. And then it's crawled its way up with a couple of little retracements and it got to there, that bit. It came back down, then it tried to go up and push through it, and it hit a ceiling, and then it sort of came back down again, like it banged its nose, got a sore nose, and then went, nah, I'm not going back up there again. I'm coming back here, and I'll try and go down. So it didn't quite make it back down to this little level, but it's sort of like, if you can see it, it's bouncing between these two lines here. So with the cloud there, though, will it go down and through, down to that, and go back to this level? The call that Anne has seen in London payout is that it's for a buy. So it's either to here or up to here again.
Do you want me to give you the TP?
Yeah, that'd be great if you got it.
Just out of curiosity, since we're talking about it anyway.
Yeah.
So he says he called the buy at 1.92912 on the 30. He says TP1 or his TP1 will be 1.93190.
Yeah, so it's up here.
And TP2 93393. He's got three TPs for this.
Yeah, he's saying there.
Confident.
Right, he's saying on the top of that level there.
Yeah.
So if I put another line in, I'll just have it. That was about 1.9 or 1.8 or wherever. Oh, didn't do it. Somewhere there, a little bit higher. So if we were to measure from there to there, that's 22 pips for a TP1.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not getting this is starting to lift on the RSI, but it hasn't gone real low yet. But this is, see, New Zealand dollar is becoming stronger though than the pound from a vortex perspective.
Mm-hmm. That could change around too. So.
Yeah. Well, let's look and see. What do we got?
And actually, Brian, if you look, you know that those three candles where it was in the upswing, kind of in the middle there. Yeah, those three. If you look at the RSI at around there too, it's almost at the exact same level that it's at right now in that down point.
Yeah.
And then it went back up.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's every possibility that this will actually do that as well.
Yeah, I'm not. This to me though.
That's what we're waiting for now, is for this to turn around.
Yeah. It's moved a few pips already. I think, yeah, we've got 6 minutes on this candle on a 30-minute. We'll just wait the 6. We'll see what the next candle's got.
Mm-hmm. And see how the vortex changes.
Is that okay with you, Jeanette?
Yes.
Yeah, see.
I'm just looking to see because Swipe Trades just called.
Did they call something?
They called it as a sell.
The GN.
They called it as a sell.
Oh, they did too, didn't they? Look at that.
And I personally think it's going to go into a sell, but that's just me.
Well, this is interesting.
Because I don't think it is interesting. Isn't this great that you have conflicting views on exactly the same currency pair? See, that's pulling back down. See, if you had got in, you might have got 5 pips out of that. But this is not telling me to get in. This is say, if you want to get into a sell on it, but not a buy. See, now we're near the end. Now we've got 5 minutes to the 30. This is where we'll start to see how it's pulling back down.
Yep.
The buyers have tried to push it up. We're just got to wait and see how the candle ends up. And so I suppose my question in this, we're nearly half hour into our power hour. We haven't even taken a trade yet. But my question is this helpful for people to watch this, to see this?
Yes.
It is. Thanks.
I should think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I always like to ask the question. I mean, I know from an educational point of view, I can never assume of whether what we present is the most appropriate for people to for their learning style or how they like to learn it. And again, you don't need to sit at the charts for a long, long time. We're here for 1 hour at this point, but you could pick, 1 hour at one time or another. This is not necessarily the quickest moving part of the market. I can tell you right now.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, this time of day does tend to be slower. Now, of course, once we get into September, it will pick up a little bit more and be a little bit more interesting, but we're still at the end of summer for all intents and purposes. So it's traditionally very quiet.
And also,
especially so.
Yeah, and also this time of the day, we're now still in the Sydney, going into the not even into the Asian session yet. So it's a little bit more of a consolidation time.
Yeah.
Did you see there's that 15-minute Euro USD call? I think that's going to be a more interesting one to watch at the minute. We can come back to this, but what we'll do, people don't know this, but what you do is you just right click and you duplicate it. And so I can actually leave that one there to watch.
That's the best way to open it in multiple windows.
And we can come to this one, and then what I'll do is I'll just open this one. Oh, okay, there's a potential buy. Oh, we might even be into it. The problem with this, Jeanette, look, we've got our lines in the cloud on a 15-minute. See what it's doing.
They're in there, but they haven't actually crossed.
Oh, look at the 5.
See, they haven't crossed in the cloud, Brian. They're overlapping.
Yeah, true.
They crossed in between here.
Yeah. So this one could be doable.
Yeah, no, this is a buy. I don't know whether it's finished. I think we're a little late. Even 12 minutes in, look at that. That's already, because I've gone down. It is a 15-minute call.
Yep.
Where the thing is, oh. No, Euro, I'm a little hesitant on this one as well. Look at this. See
we would rather see that pink pointing down.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, though, if we go to the 5-minute, look how much, we'll have a look and see what that's. Yeah, it's only 3 pips. It's not a big deal. That's not a lot. I'd be waiting. That's just a pre, I think.
I've got 2 more minutes to wait for the next candle on that one.
Yeah. I'll just go back to this one here. British pound, New Zealand. Ooh.
Look what's happening there.
That still the British pound is down, pointing down though. It's from a buy perspective, but you're still getting a bit there. That's up. Just have to see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna need to get a. What have we got? Nearly finished. So let's see what the next candle. We're 55 seconds off.
Yep.
And it will start up. So. Sorry, it won't start up. That's not the right terminology. It will start wherever that buy candle finishes. 30 seconds. Remember, we're on a 30-minute there. It was called on an hour though, wasn't it?
No, it was called on 30. He tends to call on the 30.
Okay, cool. And then Swipe Trade says, no, it's a sell.
That's right.
Love it.
But maybe we should look at how accurate this person is.
Okay. Here we go. There's the change. See this coming in?
Yep, look at that. There's the buy indication coming through.
Well, it's starting to.
It's starting, yeah.
That's flattening there.
And we're still in green.
Yeah.
What's on the 15, Brian?
Yep, coming back down.
Yep.
Up. Yeah, let's go down to 5 and see. Oh, yeah. Okay, but then again, this candle's not, so far, it's not telling us too much. Let's, oh, yeah, still.
There it is. It's going.
Right, yeah. I reckon we're in this on a buy.
I think we are too. At least should be able to get 10 out of it.
Let me go and see what I got here. Let's use this one. This is just me trading on this, so. And GBP and the is that one? Just take it to 30 minute. And we're going for a buy on this.
Yep.
I'm just going to
Done and done.
Just do 0. You have?
I'm done.
Done for what?
I've got my order in.
Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah, I'm over here. Oh, you got the order in, have you? Yeah,
Yep.
it's on. It's coming back a little bit.
That's okay.
Yeah. No.
You look at, you got both SARs on that one too, Brian.
Yeah, it's just I've got that in there. So what I might do is I reckon we'll probably get the 10 out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how we go. And I'll put a stop loss in. You don't have to, but, you know, I just put a 10 in on that as well. This is how I use mine anyway. And I can. It's working there anyway. We'll see. It might be slow. Let's go back to that chart.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, look at the crossover. See?
Yep, there we go. So I am just going to.
And that's pulling up here a bit. You don't want to take that swipe trade, Jeanette.
No, swipe trades has killed me this week.
Oh, you look
Yeah,
pretty.
you want to be really careful, Jeanette, with swipe trades according to whoever the master is, and really research the master in terms of their win-loss ratios.
Yeah.
I'd be trusting yourself and research any signal I'd be looking at and assessing personally. And
to be honest, I haven't really used swipe trades for quite some time, but this week I actually did, and I did get 2 good trades out of it.
Whoa, here we go. Hey, look at this. USD CHF's coming in for a sell. I think that.
Oh, you, Chef.
Can I have a look at that?
We like you, Chef.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, we were having a look at it just before, so I just want to let's go into that one. There's a UCAD there too, but I think USD CHF. Oh, what do we got? That's on a 15-minute. Okay, let me just put. Let's put a vortex on that one. Across. Yeah, that's gonna sell, I reckon. Don't know. Well, just see how it's just. I'd be waiting just a little bit, but that's already gone into a sell. US up and Swiss down there on a 15. What do we got? 10 minutes left of that candle.
Yeah, we already know that most of the time we have to wait a little bit for these calls, at least probably 1 candle worth.
This is probably no good, Jeanette, as far as from a perspective of you've got it crossing over there in the cloud, haven't you? Can you see that the blue and red?
Is it crossing actually, Brian, or is it just again overlapping?
No, I think they're
overlapping. It crossed up here.
Yeah.
It crossed up. It crossed up.
Where the lagging span dips down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there. Okay.
Yeah. But is what I can, from what I can see on my screen, it looks like it's just overlapped. It hasn't actually separated.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa,
We're
here we
gonna have to
go.
wait for this one because it's still showing like it's going into a buy.
Hey, British pound, New Zealand dollar, it's going off now.
There we go. I'm in the blue. Oh, there we go.
On that line. Where am I? Get you guys out of the way for a bit. Oh yeah, I'm up 4.3 pips, 4.4 already, 4.6. Yes. Let's see how we go with this, eh?
Yeah, my spread is a lot worse than yours.
What broker do you use?
I use AvaTrade.
So we
But on my to-do list, my very lengthy to-do list, researching another broker is on there, so I've got to get that sorted out.
Yeah, I use Coinex, but I'm gonna switch because they don't do Bitcoin.
Oh, they don't do crypto.
Well, they do. You have to have MT5
Oh,
in order to do it.
yeah.
And not that I don't do any of the other crypto, but I would like to do, I think down the road, I'd like to do Bitcoin, but I don't.
It's nice to be able to do what you want, right?
So I'm going to be switching. As somebody said, I think Hugo's way, because I was with Jaffex, and then we had to leave Jaffex. So then I got into Coinex, but I don't like the fact that I can't do Bitcoin if I want to.
Yeah, it's not very nice when they are restrictive in any way, which is one of the reasons why I'll be looking for a new one also. So, yeah. Sorry about the background noise from my phone.
This Euro USD is starting to set itself up for a buy.
It is too, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just, we've got a little lift there on the RSI. This is on a 15-minute. We've had one candle. If I go down, let's have a look and see what the 5 minutes got. Well, yeah, it's already started the lift, but it's coming back. You can see it back there. Oh, what was that? Oh, got my 10 pips. Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I got 6, 7.
All right, that we can call that one as a winner.
I think so.
Winner, winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner on that one. Yeah, look at it go.
It has to be chicken dinner, Brian. It can't be chook dinner. Doesn't sound right.
No, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. Yeah, I think that's got a bit more in it too.
Oh, yeah.
That's pulling back slightly, but I think that's going to go a little bit more on that one. That's
I think so too. I think
minute.
his call with a second TP is probably a good one.
Yay! Power Hour wins again. Another 10 pips. Winner, winner. Now, this is the US Swiss franc. It was called for a sell on the 15-minute. It's not quite, it's just not ready.
Not ready.
Yet. No.
No.
Then if we go to the Euro USD, that is coming close. That is starting to get there.
Yep.
That's a buy. This is a buy. You can see over here, it was set up for a buy 24 minutes ago. And that was back here, or that candle, now we've got to look at it. You see, yeah.
Yep.
Starting to point down that US dollar on that. Let's have a look at it on 5 minute. Oh no, it's still doing a little rise. Now on the 1 minute, it's still up. And that's okay, it's not quite ready. Back to the
almost.
15. You see here, we've got to wait for the 5 to come back and cross over here before we'll see the 15-minute. Oh no, what was that? Oh, let's go back for the 5. See that? We're starting to get a little sell sign there. See that? And it's starting to drag down here on the RSI. This will cross over, even coming together. See where they start to come together? You can see these candles pancake out. they flatten out and have these wicks on them because the market's going, oh no, it's starting to go the other way. And these buyers they profit out. They get this little bit of profit there and they pull out of the market. And the sellers start to take over and it pushes it down. That's why you'll get a little sell on this now. We go back to the 15 minute because that's what it was called on. See how that, oh, was that you, Anne?
That was me.
Did you get your 10?
No, I was trying to move my stop loss and it won't let me.
Oh, that's okay. Are you trying to take more profit? Take more profit?
No, I'm at 8 pips
Hungry.
right now. So.
Hungry. No.
I'm at 8. So it's going to get there.
And come here. So, yeah.
Did you get 10, Jeanette?
Yeah.
Done? Good.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Well done, Jeanette. No looking at that swipe trade unless you have a look at it yourself and work out. But that was really good, Jeanette, that it came out then and you said, oh, that just got called on that. And we could look at it and say, that's not a possibility, which is, I think, I did this at the first when I started. I just trusted this way. Oh, that must be, must, yeah. Look, put it on. And it's like, and you bomb out, that's what you were sort of saying.
Yeah.
And I got to a stage where I went, hang on a minute, I'm putting undue trust in this. I need to trust in me. I need to be the one that I trust. And how am I going to do that? By getting skill in what I do. So this is slow moving here, Jen. Oh, you look at London payout. Yep. Oh, here. 2 pips from TP.
If you got in where he said to get in,
Yeah.
So we just analyzed it a little bit further and waited until we were comfortable that he was correct.
Oh, where am I? Back here. Come back here. Stop doing that. Yeah, it's pulled back a little bit. That's okay. Yeah. But we're going to see, I think on that, you're going to see another candle. I reckon, well, I don't know, but I'd be saying it'll go to that support or up to that one. You're going to get one or the other. I reckon it'll go up there.
You've got 936. And what does he say? He says, actually, that's his third TP is 9365.
Yeah, see, that's 50 pips up there.
Yeah.
That looks like, and this looks like this is going to continue. If I go down to the 15, and just have a look there. Yeah, look at that. Let's go down to the 5. Yeah, it's just doing this little suck back on this. Mm-hmm. And then I reckon we'll just see. See how that's widening there? It's just coming back a little bit. You may get a little bit of pull down and then back out again. But we're going to have 10 pips. What are we doing? Come on. We're fine.
Done and gone.
Done and dusted for our 10.
That's right.
Now we have to remember, I have to put that in the spreadsheet, and too.
Absolutely.
So, look, that's the thing is, if other people want to be able to do this, what have they got to do, Anne? This is the thing. What have they got to do?
Well, Brian, they are well advised to reach out to myself, yourself, or anyone else who, Jeanette, for example, if they want to get these lovely tools and this lovely live trading ability, they want to join us in our business here, which is IML, iMarkets Live. So that they can be with us and participate in the live trading and learn all together with us.
Because they're probably going to be watching this after the event, because we can't, if you're not part of the group, we can't show you this live. So basically all of this has happened. Gee, look at that going even further. Look at that. It's 15 minutes to go on that. So we're halfway through. Look at that little push. Anyway, sorry, I digressed. When I see things, I get a bit.
He gets all excited.
Well, not excited, but I just like to share.
It's happy.
My happy share thing. And so, Euro NZD's coming in now. Look at this. Wow. And that Euro AUD, we had Euro AUD down there. Oh, that's Euro USD. Sorry.
That was,
Euro AUD. Wow. And GBP AUD. Wow. This is meaning AUD must be getting stronger.
Yep.
Because it went a bit dud overnight for us, but down. But that doesn't matter. We still make money out of a sell or a buy. It doesn't really matter. But it looks like the AUD might be coming stronger against the British pound and the euro on a shorter time frame. Anyway, so sorry, back. Focus, Brian. Focus. Just get too excited. So yeah, whoever's watching this after the event, if you're in the Ninja group with us, you can see you're watching this live because you're able to trade, and that's why people join us. So we have other live trading sessions as well throughout the week.
Numerous ones in all sorts of time frames.
And also IML TV, which is there's a whole lot of other professionals that are also trading too and giving you trades like we are. You're probably watching this after the event, so you can get to see what we do, but you certainly won't be able to take any of these. Yeah, that's one of my alerts. AUD must be becoming a bit stronger. There's crossovers occurring. Sorry, this is just how I set things up. And so, yeah, this is how we're doing it. Let's go and have a look at a couple of these others again. Jeanette, you want some more pips, don't you? See, that's not
Let's
going
get
to
Jeanette some more pips.
That's not going to be a sell at the moment. Look at that.
No.
Look at that. That's trying to follow. All we need now is, see how high that's pushed there? Look at that there. And then you see that little down. It's not enough. It's pulled to there only. It's how deep this is. I don't think this sell's going to be very big. I don't think that one's worth it. Let's look here. Let's look at the Euro USD. Yeah, see how these are traveling up to each other and how that's pushing down? This was for a sell, wasn't it? No, Euro USD was for a buy. No, that's a buy. Thank you, Jeanette. You keep me on track. That was 32 minutes ago. So it's 2 candles. It was back here. If we get this US, see, this has got to really turn. This is not a trade yet.
Noisy boy.
You can see on 5 minutes. Look at it. It's just still going down. And I don't think it was that buy. There's not enough in there. We're going to have to get a crossover. This RSI will have to come back down again before. Where is it on the phone? The RSI's. See how the RSI's there? Once this comes back down and these turn, we'll get a buy out of that. Let's just do a measure and see whether it's going to be worth it. I reckon if it comes down to there and we get back up to there, see, that's only going to be 4 pips. I don't know if it depends on how far this comes down, but I think it'll only drop out to there and then come back again. It may not be worth it in number of pips.
Can we check you, Chef?
Yeah, sure. I don't think that's not going to be ready yet.
No, still not.
No. It's still playing around as a buy. Hey, how about if we go look at one of these other ones? Is that all right?
By all means.
Let's just do this. Right click and duplicate that one. I reckon we try GBP AUD. Actually, I think Euro AUD would be better. But anyway, we might do both. This is 4 minutes ago. AUD JPY's crossing over. Okay. See, this is now getting up to my here where I live. This is now nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. So about 10:30 to probably about 2 o'clock, I call it my crazy hours, where the AUD starts to go all over the country. And you can see that's what it's doing. And that's saying a sell. I reckon we're going to have to wait on that one. Let's see in the 5. Nah, that's in a buy at the moment. Let's put on trusty Vortex. Oh, Brian. It's just how I do it. I look at the keys, not the screen. Okay, that will be a really nice buy very soon. Sell, sorry.
Sell.
A really sell. Look how high that's pushing up there. See how it pushed up there and then it dropped there and then it kept dropping. And these two have not been this far apart for quite a while. That is a long distance apart. Would have been good to get on a buy with that, but what are we on? 15 minutes. How much has that gone up? See, that's 27 pips already.
Right there. Yeah.
I reckon that'll push back down at least that. See, that's still coming up. Let's see the turn. Oh, we got the turn on the 5 minute. What are we on? GBP AUD, yeah. Hasn't.
Nope.
Still pushing up. Look at that. Look how high that's pushing.
Yep.
See, AUD starting to pull up at the back though.
Mm-hmm.
And this is quite high. Hang on, where are you? You're in the.
It's unusually high, actually. Yeah.
That's up around 85, 86. See it pushing and sucking back.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got a crossover here. See this, the red and blues there?
Yep.
So that's for a buy at the moment. It's saying they're not coming close together. But for me, this is going to tell me what's happening here. My gosh, that is so, that's so wide. That's why we're getting that number of pips there. But see, it's still pushing up. We've got 2 minutes to go. It's on a 5 minute. So it's halfway through it. It's doing a push. I reckon it'll pull back a little bit. Can you see how it's pull back there, pull back there, pull back there? You'll get another little pullback on that candle there. But I could be wrong, Jeanette. You know, I have 4 daughters and a wife. They tell me I'm always wrong. So,
so how are you going to know? How do you know when it's ready for a sell?
Because
indicators. What are you looking for?
What I'm looking for is a little turn on this RSI, Jeanette. Okay. And I'm looking for this to point down. So this is British pound, the blue one. This is Aussie here. The Aussie's already pointing up, but they're basically going up together. So you're still going to have buy. See how this is? See how this is a minute? See how this is sucking back down again? So there's a bit of profit being taken out. Some of the buyers are now jumping out and saying, I think this is going to start going down. So I'm going to take my profit out. And so the sellers are going to start to take over. Yeah? It's just patterns, Jeanette. It's just like, well, it does this, it does that. It does this, it does like that. And if you look at what the candles are doing, this is a minute 23. See how it's pulled back down again? Up, back, trying to take profit. And there's a few people jumping in thinking it'll still buy, but
it's dancing.
They're pulling it back. So what we're looking for, you can see this RSI is starting to teeter.
Yeah, we've got 1 more minute and then it'll be a new candle.
Yeah. And I think what you'll start to see is a push down on it. So that's on the 5. Sorry, this was called on a 15. So if I go back to the 15, see how wide they are, and the Aussie hasn't started to turn yet, and neither is the British pound. But this is quite high up there, you know, up there in the RSI. It's up, you know, in the 72s. It's out of the coloured section anyway. If we go back to the 5, this is going to be I think this will be a good trade, guys. Just it might not be in our, it might not, we might call it, but it mightn't be in our power hour. We might not.
And GN, by the way, is up 35 pips.
Is it really?
Oh, from the original call.
Let's have a look. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, see how it's come up to that line and pull back a little bit to the other line? Then the next, I reckon you'll get the next candle will start going up towards that. I mean, there's more pips in that, I think, but that's just me. Please don't trust me.
I would agree.
I'm not a swap trader.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Look at this. 5 minutes pointing down now. All right, we go to the 5. That's it. This is it.
That's our sign. We're in.
I reckon we're in.
All right, we're in.
We should have it set up. What am I doing? Brian, you're crazy.
G odd for the sell.
Oh, I've got a G odd here already. What am I doing? God, come on, Brian. Yeah, for a sell on it. Right, we're in. We'll just do a 10 on that as well, I reckon. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeanette, what do you think?
I don't know what to think.
No, well, what would you?
I'm following your lead.
Oh, come on.
I would not. I don't know. I guess I would put it in for 10 and then see how it goes.
Yeah, good idea. Let's come back and see what's happening now. Oh, look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
Mm-hmm.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Look at this starting to come down. RSI is coming down. What are we doing on the 15? They haven't turned yet. They haven't turned yet. They haven't quite turned. Yeah. Still up and down on the 5s. See, let's go and see what was it, currency strength. What's happening now on the 15? AUD, GBP. Actually, I don't know if you need to refresh this or not. I'm not sure. Oh, well, I think this thing lags, to be really honest.
I don't use that one personally.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm just looking at it.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's still pushing down there on the 5. Dang. We've got 2 minutes 15 to go on that. And on that, we've got 2 minutes as well, of course, because it's just. Next candle. So there's profit being taken out, and now the sellers are taking over. That's
So
very
of course,
nice.
although we're using the template for the ECC 11 strategy for this, we did actually go against the ECC 11 rules.
Did we?
Sure, the red's not below.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still going down.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
No. Well, let's say maybe it's got to push down further until it does cross over. So
It might,
I don't know.
We'll see with the next candle. That will tell the tale.
Just trying to push back up. While we're there, while we're looking at that, what we might do is we might just take that, and I'll look at that Euro AUD as well. That's for a sell as well. Aha, they're both on, I reckon. That's not quite ready yet, see? That's the same thing as that GA. We just had to wait for it to turn a bit. The AUD just start. Oh, look at the push up. Oh, look at that change there. Probably going to have a little drawdown. back to the 15. Yeah, it's pushing up still. Oh. It's down to 15. Not quite ready yet, is it?
Nope.
It looked like it was on the 5, but it's pushed back. What do we got? Only 3 pips, that's all right. Play on the RSI and it's still pushed up here, separated. See how we go, eh? Well, we're an hour up too, Anne.
Yeah, we are too.
So I think you'll see this GA and the EA, and we go, that's the EA here. Both of them are not quite ready to turn it. On the
No, but they will.
Oh, they will, absolutely. There's no problem with that. They can't stick up there and down there without coming back.
Yeah.
They just.
So you just wait for them to turn and then jump in it?
Yeah, yeah. I may have pulled my trigger just a little early, as I was following up on the 5 minute and saw
That's
that.
okay.
It's still pulling back. It's up, but it's come back down.
Yep, it is.
This.
So Jeanette, with these, what you want to do is if you're going to watch the vortex as well. So yes, watch for when the blue starts to point down and the pink starts to point up. But then also keep an eye on your red and blue on ECC 11 to make sure that they are going the right direction also.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna jump off. I gotta go get the kids to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go too.
I'll keep an eye on these. And we'll see how we do. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
GA and EA, both of those have possibilities in those. All right. Thanks for coming on, Jeanette. See you later.
See ya.
Thank you.
Get a drink of water. So yeah, you can see that's pulling back down there again now a bit.
Yep.
Even though this is on the 5, we'll come back to the 15. Yeah, they're just so pushed out, aren't they?
It's just right on the verge.
Yeah. Oh, look at that RSI starting to pull back down in on.
Yep.
See, it's just teetering there. Then the GA as well. See that? Teetering on the top there. Anyway, look.
We'll call it a night as far as the recording is concerned.
Yeah. So Anne, that's the thing. People are interested in this. If you've seen this after the actual live event, then just get back to Anne or myself or whoever's introduced you to this live video as such. Live trading, but you can't do it live because it's after the event. Everything's already happened.
That's right. We were live.
But we are alive.
Yeah, that indeed.
Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, well, it's been another good time. We know that we've secured 10 pips out of. Let's go back and see that. Hang on, where is it?
You just have to look, don't you?
Yeah, I'll go look. See, that's not going to sell that US.
UHF now.
Yeah. Yeah, look, see? Next candle, see how it's pushed up?
Yep.
It's going to go up to that next level at least.
Yep.
You can see it. See how it's separating and pushing up?
Mm-hmm.
I think at least it would be to that level. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just stop sharing. We don't want to give it all away.
Good night for this time. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, no worries at all. See ya. I'm just going to now stop the stream.